everyone, this is Dan Starlight and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today decided to talk about like medical health issues, the one that we do frequently observe in our environment, which is called depression. So depression is a common mental health disorder or a mood disorder that causes a feeling of sadness or changes in how we think, talk, sleep, eat, and act. There are different series of depression, but the question is depression treatable? The answer to that question is yes. Depression is treatable, usually with a talk therapy, medication, or both. But seeking medical help as soon as we have symptoms is essential, and it is normal for us. Yeah, it is normal for us to feel grief or sad when we are facing difficulty in our life, but not to go into depression. We have types of depression, but I'm going to talk about the major depression in which we face today. That is the clinical depression. The clinical depression is a disorder that we felt when we are sad or low or when we feel worthless for most days or at least weeks. While we are having these symptoms such as sleep problem, loss of interest in activities or change in appetite, this is the most severe form of depression and one of the most common depression. The other types of depression, like the persistent depression disorder or the depression disorder due to another medical condition, there are different types, but I just want to emphasize more on this clinical depression because that is the major one we do face today. So this depression can last like up to a month, 3 months, 2 weeks, and this depression can make us to like commit suicide. Like when most of the hearing students commit suicide, yeah, mostly in Nigeria, and let me just talk mostly in my school. That is, if you know, like Nnamdi Azikiwe University, depression is one of the most things that kill young boys, young girls in that school. Why? Because of when they think about the way we study, like everything dealings with the school fees and everything, it can make individual to go into depression, which ends up killing themselves or leading to their own death. That's why if we have any friend or anyone suffering from depression, we need to be there for that person. We need to try our best to be there for that person, because definitely it's gonna lead to suicide. So researchers have made it nearly 7% of adults in the United States and also everywhere have depression every year. Everyone suffers from depression, you, me, but there's a limit to everything. Depression can affect anyone, but mainly on women. Yeah, like it's very hard for you to see a guy suffer from depression, both here in Nigeria and outside the country. It's very hard for someone like male to suffer depression. Mostly depression is for women. And causes of this depression: 1, brain chemistry. An imbalance of the neurotransmitter, including the serotonin, contribute to development of depression. When I mean by the neurotransmitter, like when the brain cells sends impulses to the body, like it affects it affects the brain in some ways or the other. I don't want to emphasize more on that science aspect. Let's just leave it. So number 2, we have genetics. Like if you have a first degree relative or biological parents or siblings suffering with depression, definitely is about 3 times as likely to develop the condition as the general population. Having depression without a family history is also possible, but having depression with family history is also possible, like 100% possible. So number 3, we'll be talking about stressful events, like difficulties, experiences such as the death of our lost one, trauma, divorce, or lack of support can also trigger depression. So once we are having engaged in all these stressful events or activities, we should just stay away from it so that we avoid having depression. So how is depression treated? That's the question to that's the question now. How is depression treated? So we have one here, psychotherapy, which involve talking with a mental health professional. When we do talk to a professional mental health consultant, it helps to weaken, or let me just say suppress, the depression we do feel, because we are letting out our emotion. We're trying to tell, even not just it cannot just also be a mental health professional. We can also tell our friends, our colleagues, someone that we know, we trust. It can also help to weaken depression. Number two is medication. Like some of us do take drugs to subside the medication. When we go to the hospital, they might prescribe drugs for us to help subside depression and make us to feel happy. We also have complementary medicine. This one is mainly for the like the Chinese, because when we receive treatment, the kind of treatment is mostly like all these traditional Western medicines, such as um acupuncture, massage, biofeedback, all those things. Yeah, those therapies also help to weaken depression or help to kill depression. But mainly, this complementary medicine is mostly for like mild depression. You know, when your depression is like really like you're past the stage, you no, this one is just for mild depression. If you know that your depression is worse than mild, like is worst, then you have to go and see a therapist for that. Then prevention, we also have preventions, like ways in which you can prevent depression is number one, maintaining a healthy sleep routine. Sleep is very important. Why I say it's very important, like when we go to work, stressed out from work, we come home, do our house chores, do everything in the house, we need that sleep to relax our brain, because if we don't relax our brain, definitely we will start thinking about it, and definitely it can lead to depression. So sleep routine is very important. We need to put it to practice in our daily life, because like I said before, everyone can suffer depression, not just adults, even kids to suffer depression. So number two, maintaining or managing stress with a healthy coping mechanism. When I mean this, is by our stress. Like I said before, our stress, the way we cope with our stress, how we cope with our stress. When we do feel tired or feel like we are being pressured, we should know how we cope with it. We can talk to someone, or we can talk to a therapist, something like that. Also, number three, practicing regular self-care activities such as exercise, meditation, and yoga. When we practice exercise, like exercise, it helps very much. Yoga too, it helps. Meditation really helps, but most of us here in Nigeria we find it very difficult to meditate. Not just most people who meet you find it very difficult to meditate sometimes. So, but exercise is very important. Even though you cannot do the three of them, at least one can do it. So if someone had depression before, it is likely possible that it will come back again. And also, when we feel that we are having those symptoms of depression, definitely we need to visit a therapist or a consultant. Definitely it can help. And our friends, we can tell our friends, not just keep it to yourself, because keeping it to yourself is definitely deadly. Definitely deadly. That's what is happening to all these teenage girls. Like they love keeping things to themselves. When they know that their roommates are there, they can confide in them, something like that. Their friends are there, but they prefer keeping it to themselves, which can lead to suicide. Many students have died because of depression. Let me just say many students, because being a student is not easy. It's definitely one of the hardest tasks in life. So when we suffer, like if we know we're having symptoms of depression, please confine on a good friend, or you can also seek medical attention. Depression is very bad, so we should try our best to try to make ourselves feel happy and avoid things that can get us into depression. So I hope I've helped you a lot to like emphasize about this depression of a teen. So like I said, then Starlight on, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like. Thank you so much.